Let's go. I couldn't wait. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We in here. Let's go. Hold on a second. Let me get my shit right. Let me get my stuff together. Woo-wee. Let's get it popping, man. I ain't get a chance to prep for this. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. It's time to get it live. It's time to represent. Woo-wee. What we got here? What do we have here? Man, oh man. Buckle was locking at it again. Woo. I just got to eat some hot chips. I'm about to do a little plug here. If y'all never had these before, a little plug right here. This is hot. My mouth is burning. Let's talk now. You can join me via webcam. If you have your webcams ready, you can chime in. You can dial in via webcam. If you want to talk to me face to face on via webcam about this this signing. It's hot. It's hot, folks. It's hot. Whew. I'm going to post a link in the chat room here. All right, I got the link in the chat room. Let's get it. Let's begin. Rob Gronkowski. The link is in the chat room. If you want to come in via webcam, you want to talk via webcam, come on in. We can talk about this. I can't give you a long time. I'm gonna give you like 2 minutes. I gotta keep it moving. So the link is into the link to join the meet via webcam is in the description box. So I'm gonna do one by one. Stand by, one by one. So give me a second here. Give me a second.
Only host you can.
We got
Eric.
Eric. What's up, man?
What's up, man? What? Man, this is
I can't even hear you, buddy. Hold on a second. Hold on. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me get myself together here. Wait a minute. All right, here we go. I can hear you now. I can hear you. I see you, twins. Hold on a second, twins. I'm doing one by one. I see you, man. I see you, Alex. Stand by. I got you. One by one. You can join in one by one. Eric, are you there, Eric? You got 2 minutes, buddy. I see you, John. I'm coming to you in a little bit. Eric, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds, man. I need you to get on, Eric. I can hear you. I got other people trying to join right now. I got other people trying to join. We got people trying to join me webcam. We trying to talk. We trying to talk webcam. You know what I'm saying? Hey, John, hey, Eric, I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On to the next. Here we got another person coming on. I'm gonna bring Alex on, man. This is a young bandit. What's going on, Alex? What's going on? We got Alex here, one of the bandits here, young bandit. I see you a young bandit. You liking Buck Ozaka, how you support the channel, I see, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so like now talk to the bandits, talk to everybody. How do you feel about this Rob Gronkowski trade to the Bucks?
I mean, like, I'm a Bucks fan, and I think it's pretty good.
Think it's pretty good. So you think Rob Gronkowski is going to actually like make an impact? You know, you think he's going to be like an intricate part of the offense? You think he's going to put up a lot of numbers and a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns?
Well, I don't think the yards would be that much, but I think he would put up a lot of touchdowns because he's a good red zone threat.
That's a good point, Alex. Good point, young bandit right there. Good point. Now here's the question to you, Alex. What about the tight end room? What about OJ Howard, Jordan Leggett, Cameron Brate? Well, how does that dynamic work?
Well, they're good and all that, but they're no Rob Gronkowski.
You're right, Rob Gronkowski. So you think the Bucks should maybe trade Cameron Brate or OJ Howard, maybe? You think so? I mean, I think I just lost Alex, man. Oh, Alex dropped out. I think his mom came and got him. Let me get to it. Going in line. John, you're up next. What's up, man?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, man. I can hear you now. So, man, what do you think about this Rob Gronkowski situation?
That is crazy, though.
This is insane, man. It's insane. I'm still in awe.
Twitter is blowing up, man.
It's crazy. I'm looking at Twitter right now. I can't even keep up. I can't keep up right now, man. So talk to me. So talk to me about this Rob Gronkowski situation. What do you think? Like, what does this entail for the Bucks team moving forward?
Well, they may look good on paper, but the proof is in the pudding. You gotta perform well on the field, man.
That's a good point, John. That's a very good point. Super Bowls are not won in the offseason. Yes, indeed. That is true. Now, here's the question to you. Let's like I asked Alex, like, how do you think this dynamic works? Do they keep OJ Howard? Do they keep Cameron Brate, Jordan Leggett, Austin Eckler? You got Tanner Hudson. That tight end room is pretty deep right now. So what do you think?
I mean, probably trade OJ in the draft and maybe let Brate go.
Ooh. So you're just gonna. So that's a lot of tight ends. That is a lot of tight ends.
Go.
That's a lot of tight ends to have in that room. It's only one ball to go around. One ball.
Yeah, we have a lot of depth in that position. I won't be surprised if there's a trade or there's a release, whatever, and.
Yeah, I can see something happen like that. I can see something happening like that. I mean, but we're gonna see what's going on. John, I appreciate you coming on board and giving your insight on the Rob Gronkowski, man. I give you a little shine. Support the channel. I know you a bandit, so I've been seeing you in the chat room, man. I'm about to move on to the next person. I appreciate you supporting the channel, showing up via webcam to express your knowledge and your feelings about the Rob Gronkowski trade to the Bucks. So keep supporting the channel, man. I see you in the chat room, John. Salute to you. All right. Now, next we got I can't pronounce the whole thing. I gotta keep it PG-13. Sugar Honey Iced Tea Twins. What's up?
What's up, buddy?
I had to keep it
What's up,
PG
man?
13. PG 13.
I hear you. I hear you.
So talk to me, man. Like I want people feedback. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Man, I think it's a great pickup. If anything, it's gonna help the running game because now you got a linebacker covering up on tight end. So that's gonna if he splits out, that's just gonna maybe open up a lane. So
Oh yeah, he's Rob Gronkowski is versatile tight end. He can line up on the outside, inside,
right.
up close. I mean, that's gonna be
I mean, you're right. It's gonna piss number 13 off though.
I'm
He's
telling people, it's gonna piss him off.
He's gonna be mad because he ain't gonna get it, but that's okay. Godwin's done took that spot though. I feel you there. Godwin's done took that spot, and he's humble. So if we winning, we winning.
I mean, I told people this. You actually been paying attention. Godwin is the dude right now. He's the Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
He's the Larry Fitzgerald. Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians spoke highly of Chris Godwin in the offseason.
And I love Evans. Mike Evans. I do. I love him. So, I mean, I hope he retires as a Buck, but he's gonna be mad this year. He won't be mad. He won't be mad when he's got that Buck ring, though. He won't be mad when he's got that Buck ring.
So here's my question. Here's my question to you. What do you think the chances are the Bucks making it to the Super Bowl? Where does that put them at? Top 5, top 3, top 10, top 12?
We got to beat the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco's a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay, you got to, Aaron Rodgers still ain't no joke. So as long as we play that, but if we beat the Saints, if you make it to the show, you get in the dance, you can make it there. That's all. So
win your division. That's the first thing you got to do. Win your division.
Right. If we can get into the playoffs, I mean, we open. It's a good season, man. I'm excited. I'm with you. I'm excited.
I'm highly anticipating this season. And I told people this in my previous videos. This season gonna be like a outlier. It's like we never seen a season like this in Tampa. Like I know we had the John Gruden era, but we haven't seen a season like this.
Right. So, not with an offensive threat. I've been a Bucks fan since '84. I've never seen offensive threat.
Never seen this.
But defense win championships. I get that. Defense win championships, but it's fun to watch your team march down the field and burn and just light it up. It's fun to watch that. And then Jameis Winston was a good quarterback. Just besides there's just no fixing it because he was a win it. He tried to win every play, but he showed us what we got though. We got a good offense.
True that. That is very true. That is very true, Twin. That is very true. Very true, Sugar Honey Iced Tea Twins. I appreciate you coming on board, sharing your information about the Rob Gronkowski coming to the Bucks pending physical. But I think
he's a champ. He'll be there. He's a damn champ.
Yeah, he'd be good. But I appreciate you coming by, sharing your knowledge about the Rob Gronkowski. Keep supporting the channel, man. I see you in the chat room and everything. So welcome.
Thank you.
Abandoned.
Thank you.
Salute to you, man.
Sir. Salute.
Be safe.
Later, buddy.
And here we got Malcolm coming to the chat room. Hold on a second. Hold on. One at a time. I got you. I'll put you back in.
All right.
What up, Malcolm? I forgot who I just got rid of. I didn't mean to do that.
Citterio, I think.
Citterio. Hey, Citterio, come back on, man. You'll be next. All right. So, Malcolm, talk to me, man.
What's up?
The floor is yours, man.
I like the trade.
The floor is yours. The floor is yours, man. Talk to me.
I like the trade overall because although he still had a year and $10 million left on his contract. And that's the only thing I don't like about this trade. But other than that, we have to pay him $10 million for 1 year. That's the only thing I don't like. But I like the trade overall because he's bringing in championship, his mindset. They, with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, all they know is win with the New England Patriots. So him coming to Tampa, he's gonna bring that championship mindset, and he's gonna be hungry to, just like Tom Brady, to make sure they win a ring without Bill Belichick, and he just the offense is gonna be scary. Like you can't the days where you double Mike Evans, that's over because Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, like OJ Howard, if he's still on the team, but he might get traded. I think he's gonna get traded. I think he's gonna get traded during the draft. And
Yeah.
Chris Godwin, like you can't double any of them. You're not gonna be able to double any of them, and the offense is gonna be scary. And with Tom Brady leading the pack, and we still have a draft to improve on the O line and maybe a complimentary running back. It's just gonna be scary. It's just gonna be a scary sight.
So let me ask you this then. So with all that being said, where do you put the Bucks at as they currently constructed right now? What do you rank the Bucks in the NFC?
Although we got all these pieces, or Tom Brady and Gronk, and they're gonna be, it's like exciting right now because we just got new additions and everything. I'll put them like maybe 3 or 4 in the NFC. Like if the I don't know, like at best I see us winning the division, of course, over the Saints, but just like the previous guy that was on, the Packers are still a threat. Aaron Rodgers and the Saints, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, like Saints and Seahawks, even the Seahawks, Russell Wilson,
consistent.
and missing another team,
49ers.
Oh yeah, 49ers. Yeah, they just came off the Super Bowl, and nobody thought they would make the Super Bowl. They were horrible the year before when they had a top 5 pick, or they had the number 2 pick, Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
So nobody expected them to go to the Super Bowl. But I mean, I think we're gonna make the playoffs, but we just have to put in the work, and they just have to be all on the same page. And it's gonna be interesting to see. They just have to put in the work, and I already know Brady is gonna have chemistry with Gronk, but we just got to put in the work, and he has to build chemistry with the other players on offense, like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. But I mean, overall, I like the addition, and I like our chances going into next season.
Okay.
So,
Well, Malcolm, I appreciate your insight and your in-depth knowledge of this trade and how do you feel about it. I really appreciate it because it's good to hear from my bandits about these things that happen. I'm going to do this a lot more often. And like I'll bring guys like you on that can actually talk, without getting emotions and stuff like that. So I like your insight about the Rob Gronkowski trade, man. It's gonna be interesting. But I appreciate you coming on the webcam, man, and joining Bucko's Locker and supporting the channel, man. Salute to you, Malcolm. Keep doing your thing in the chat room, man. I see you, man. I'm giving you a shout out to you, man. I like you supporting the channel. So I've seen you in the chat room before. So keep on in, man.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it.
Salute to you, Malcolm. Stay safe.
All right, you too.
Up next, we got Citterio. Here we go.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Now, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Now, before you go on, for those of you that want to join via webcam, the link is in the chat room. I'm posting it again. I continue to post the link in the chat room. So it's streamyard.com/7ZY738TF8W. Click on that link and you will be able to come on via webcam and talk about this Rob Gronkowski big no risk it, no biscuit trade by Jason Light and Bruce Arians. They are in it to win it, and they are all in. So once again, join Bucko's Locker via webcam. The link is in the description box. So let's get to Citterio. The floor is yours.
What's up, man? I follow you and RTP, man. I've been a kind of a watching from a distance for a while. This is my first time ever jumping on the chat. So
welcome.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something, man. The Bucks making too many moves right now to just be sitting back. I've been a fan since the '90s, man. When we first went on that run with Brooks and Sapp and all them boys, that's when I started liking them. I think the trade is smart for a couple of reasons, man. The Patriot culture, we need a winning culture. We need it. That's going to bring a different attitude to the offensive room. It's also going to make the defense better. You know what I'm saying? You got to think them boys got to guard Gronk and all of those other weapons in practice every day. I think that's going to make everybody better.
That's a good one. That's a good point.
Yeah. That's going to make everybody better. And I think Gronk not going to get your 80 catches no more. I think he'll probably get maybe 40, 45 catches, but he's also going to be a huge factor in the running game. You know, him just blocking, you know, I think that's going to help out a lot. Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
what you think about
He
go
lost
ahead.
some weight though. He lost some weight. You know, he kind of lost that muscle mass. And I can tell by how he looks. So he's gonna have to kind of get back in that football shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's been out for a year, so he's the 24/7 champion on WWE, and you know he's been doing all this nonsense. So it's kind of like he had to kind of get back in that football mindset. And he got a great work ethic. He has a great work ethic. So I'm not worried about him getting back in shape. I'm just worried about his. You know, he's injury prone. He has a history of being injury. So if he doesn't stay healthy, that's going to be a thing for people to want to pay close attention to, because Rob Gronkowski has a lot of injuries. A lot.
Yeah.
He's 30 years old, but he's an old 30.
Yeah. I think we just got to be smart and I don't want to say, you know, load management like they're doing in the NBA, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got to do what we got to do, man.
Yeah, I can agree with load management. I can agree with that.
Yeah,
8
man.
games, 9, 10, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, this what I want to see us do though. We got to get a lineman in the draft.
Yes.
Personally, I like my boy from Bama, Wills, the tackle.
Jedrick Willis.
Yeah, Jedrick Willis. Yeah, I like him. And do you think the LSU running back will be there in the second round, 22?
Yeah, Clyde Edwards-Helaire will be there because they got him graded out as a 3rd round pick, but I think somebody might jump in the second round and pluck him out of there in the late second round because his value is there. He's a 3-down back. So I seen him at LSU. I'm an SEC guy. I'm a Florida Gator fan, so I know what Clyde Edwards-Helaire can do. So all this is not even the draft not even here yet, and we doing all this, or we did 2 big moves. So you know, or actually 4 big moves: JPP, Shaq Barrett, Brady, and now Rob Gronkowski. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen, Citterio.
And Sue too.
I'm sorry, and Sue too. So all these moves, man, in the offseason, you know, it's championships are not won in the offseason. So we're gonna see what is going to happen this season. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate you supporting the channel. I appreciate you joining me live on webcam. Your first time, so shouts out to you. You're part of the bandit culture. You're part of the bandits, man. We don't play games, we attack. So I appreciate you joining the webcam, man. Salute to you, man. Stay safe, stay sanitized.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right, you too. The next person we got on, going down the list, folks. Grizz.
What's up, Buccos?
What's going on, Grizz? Low, I see you, man. This is one of the original Buccos Lager bandits.
I've been here for a long time.
He's been with me for a long time. And before I get to you, Grizz, I see a few people waiting on the webcam. You Wish, Bucks Nationwide, Victor. I'm going to get to y'all just one at a time. I want to give everybody their personal one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Because I would do the group chat thing, but it'd be too much going on. So one by one, you will get your floor to talk. So Grizz Low, talk to me, man. What you think?
This was unexpected, in my opinion. I didn't think Gronk was gonna come here because he was with WWE pretty much. So like this took like a major turn. I like it. I mean, I think it's an upgrade from OJ and Bray, in my opinion, pretty much.
In a way, yeah.
In a way. I mean, originally, like 2 years ago when we got OJ, I thought he was gonna be the next Gronk. I thought we already had a Gronk on our team at one point, but I guess not anymore. I'm just afraid that we're gonna change the system more and include the tight ends, and then Tom Brady might throw to Gronk a lot more than like on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like how he did in New England, pretty much. Which means like, could we get 3 receivers with 1,000 yards possibly? Could that possibly happen? Like, you know, could Mike make it 1,000 yards? Like, because like I thought when I originally thought about this, I'm like, could like Brady just like go to Gronk like whenever and just like keep slinging it to Gronk instead, like, you know? So curious to see how the outside's gonna look, because I'm sure we're gonna use Gronk as a mismatch probably. So
I mean, everything you said, Grizz, I definitely agree with what you're saying. It just, you know, it's only one football, so you know, trying to get the ball to, you know, 4 or 5 weapons, because we still got the running back we got to draft. You know, we still got Cameron Brate, or possibly OG Howard might stay on the team. We got Tanner Hudson, Aguilar. We got the tight end room is quite filled up right now, and I'm pretty sure one of them will be out of here. And my bets are on OJ Howard. We will recoup that 4th round pick. We'll probably get a better pick with OJ Howard. We'll probably get a 2nd or 3rd in return. So we lose a 4th rounder, but we will probably get a 2nd or 3rd rounder in return for OJ Howard. So folks, be cool with the 4th round pick. We will get another pick on that. But like everything you said, man, this is going to be an interesting season, and we could have 3,000 or 4,000 yard receivers. It just depends on how the offense go. But I kind of highly doubt it, because I think the running game will be a little bit more effective with the addition to Rob Gronkowski. So we're going to see Grizz. But like I said, man, Super Bowls are not won in the off season. So stay tuned, man. And I appreciate you coming on webcam, man, showing your face. One of the original bandits, you know what I'm saying? He been with me since the beginning, folks. Grizz in the building. Let's get it.
Bro.
Shouts out to Grizz. Shouts out to Grizz, folks. This guy's big. Shouts out to you, man. Personal shout out to you.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Salute
it.
to you, man. Stay safe, stay sanitized, man, and keep staying in the chat room, man. I'm here.
See you. Thank you.
No problem, man. And up next, we got another one. Another one? And another one. DJ Cali voice. You wish. Another bandit. Welcome to Bucko's Lockup.
What up?
Hey, man. Hey, look, let's get straight to it, man. The floor is yours.
Let's do it.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You know what? It's lit. I'm excited. I have been getting the butterflies all season, off season. This is just the biggest thing ever. And the end of the day, we're going to have the best offense. Our defense is more than mediocre. I think it's like one of the best. And they're young, that's the best thing about it. They really, really young on defense. They're going to shine. They're going to grind. And we're going to see it all this season for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Everything you said. And in the second year in Todd Bowles' defense, we definitely seen the improvement in the last 5 to 6 games. So we see the potential of the secondary, because the front seven is going to be fine. I'm never too worried about them, because they were steady pretty much the most of the season against the run. And the pass rush was there when JPP came back. The pass rush was a little bit more better. Have sacks in 8 games. So can you imagine that in a full 16 game stretch? That's about 15 sacks.
I mean, the last time we had a sack that high was Warren Sapp. So it's like literally happened last season. So it's only going to improve. It's only going to ascend, and that's the best way I see it.
There's a possibility. There's a possibility. There's a possibility that this can be one of the most unique seasons in Bucks history. Like, we've had some really bad seasons. We had, a couple decent ones. We have the Super Bowl winning year, but for the most part, it's been pretty bad. And this fan base just needed something to just kind of like go, just kind of like have some belief. Like, hey, we're trying.
Yeah.
Man, like,
this is so good for the community. It really is. It uplifts people. Everybody's going to be attending, supporting, all of that. I'm actually going to go from New Mexico to Tampa. I got a couple folks that are still over there.
All the way from New Mexico to Tampa.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Games. I will catch you at a couple of those games, because I'm going to be leaving New Orleans to go to the game. So I will definitely see you at some of those games. I'm going to try to make it to about 4 home games and about 4 away games. So, we
keep
can
it posted, man. I'll meet up. If you're gonna take nosebleed, I'll be at nosebleed. If you're gonna be down center, I'll be there.
I just want to be in the stadium. I just want to be in the stadium. I just want to be in the stadium when all this goes out. So
it's gonna be lit. This is the best thing ever, Isaiah. I promise, man. We're gonna have a ring coming soon.
I can't agree with you. This is the best thing that has happened in the Bucks in a long time. But we can always win the off season, but you got to get on that field and produce, and Super Bowls are not won in free agency, so it just remains to see how all this meshes. I mean, I think the offense will be explosive as usual. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of weapons. So we're going to see this season how it turns out, man. But I appreciate you coming through. You wish, supporting the channel. Keep supporting the channel. Salute to You Wish. One of the bandits. He's been here for a little minute too in the background, hiding and stuff.
Let's go.
All the way from New Mexico. You Wish, folks. Salute to you,
y'all. Be safe.
Stay sanitized, man.
For sure.
Up next, we got another one. Bucks nationwide. What the deal is? The floor is yours.
Sure.
Well, first, man, I want to tell you, man, I love your stream, man. I be trying to get on there every time I get a chance, man. Keep it up, man. Keep us posted on that Butt Nation.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Well, first, man, I don't think we should trade none of the tight ends, man. To be honest, like, I mean, that's what I think. I don't think we should trade none of the tight ends. I seen somebody on your chat line screaming earlier say OJ Howard's on his rookie contract this year right here, and then Cameron Brate took a pay cut last year.
Mm-hmm.
We in a win-win situation. I don't think we should trade OJ Howard. These are multiple tight ends. You never seen 3 ridiculous tight ends like we got, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And as in for Ronald Jones, I think I really sleep on that boy, man. I went back and look at his USC. I went back and look at that USC I seen that boy USC thing, man. And that boy's a beast, man. He's a beast. His rookie year, we all know he didn't get as much as touch as he can. Last year, I know I ain't the only one, but like the man came on live, man. The man had over 1,000 yards, all-purpose yards, and he didn't start the whole season. He started down half of the season. So I think Ronald Jones, he's a for sure starter. They should keep some running backs around him. As the receivers, what can we say about that?
I mean,
what can we say about that?
A lot of weapons. So to get back on Ronald Jones, it comes down to him willing to fully embrace his skill set. His first year was a wash, we all know that, but his second year it was still kind of shaky because Bruce didn't have his full confidence in him until like the last few weeks. Like he didn't have, for some strange reason, the Rojo situation with Dort Cutter and Bruce Arians is I don't know why they don't fully believe in Rojo, but it's a reason behind that, and we don't know. I don't know if he can't get the playbook, because remember he missed a pass block, and he got benched. It was like, you're done.
That was this season?
Yeah, that was last season, of course. But he got benched. It was like, you missed the block, and BA was not playing with him. Like, no.
I didn't know that.
So he still got to work on some things, on pass protection, you know what I'm saying, and route running, because Rojo can't be on the field 3 downs because he just can't line up and just run routes like James White or Deion Lewis or Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. So it limits us. So that's why we're going to draft another running back to complement him. So don't be surprised we draft a running back.
Yeah, I know. It should be good because after Ronald Jones, we really ain't got
Nothing.
too much. Nothing. I was looking at man, what's the boy name, man? Our running backs, number 21, I think it is. Wilson or something like that.
Wale, you got Peyton Barber, which is on the Redskins, and then you got TJ Logan. He's gone.
Him.
TJ Logan.
Oh, he's gone?
Well, he's not. He's there. He's there, but he's not. I don't know.
Yeah. One more thing I said before I leave, man. Why is everybody tripping about who gonna be our third wideout? Like, Scotty Miller ain't nothing. Like, Scotty Miller ain't the man run a crazy on 40 with Tom Brady coming. All he gonna get is opportunities. That's all he's gonna get. You giving Tom Brady probably the fastest receivers he ever dealt with. This white boy run real fast, man. Y'all finna give Tom Brady that. Everybody say we need a third receiver. What we need is make sure nobody touch Tom Brady on that line when we go to the Super Bowl. That's it.
Bingo.
That's it. I'm not too worried about the defense. The secondary they came along last year. The front seven speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just ready for this, man.
Oh yeah, we definitely we already, man. This just amplifies the Gronkowski situation, pending physical, which he'll pass, but it just amplifies the anticipation of the season with everybody. Everybody is like hungry right now. The fan base is brewing. The stadium will be sold out. I will be in the stadium for a few of those games this year, home and away. So we're gonna see what's going on, Bucks nationwide. I appreciate you stopping by on Buckles Locker webcam. Shouts out to you. Appreciate you supporting the channel, man. Keep supporting the channel. Stay sanitized. Stay safe, man.
I'm gonna answer this question from Wale. What's up with William Ghosted, man? I don't think he should be there.
Okay, I'll answer that in a second. I'll answer in a sec. So, salute to you, man. All right, we'll move the stream. We got another person. I'm gonna give you 1 second. Rob 813. I see Fatal, man. I see you, man. Brent O'Neill. We got 3 more people. If anybody want to come in via webcam, stay tuned, man. I got the link in the description in the chat room, so I keep posting it every now and then. The link is I just posted again at 5:35 or 5:36. So Rob 813, hold on a second, man. Fatal, Brent O'Neill, I see you, buddy. So to answer your question, Bucks Nationwide, William Golston, he's a good. He's just been durable. He's been, a steady guy. He's been there. Like, he hasn't really like flashed a lot. He'll flash on some plays. He'll make some run stuffing plays. He'll add some pressure. But I mean, William Golston is steady. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still like, he in his mid-20s. So we got him on a nice little deal. I mean, he's only making like $4 million a year, something like that. So William Golston will be okay, man. I think he's a good run stuffer. He's not pass rusher, but he's a good run stuffer, and we need that. And he's part of the reason why the Bucks defense has been the top run defense in the NFL. So William Golston, he'll be there. We're not going to get rid of him, but we'll draft some D linemen though, or draft or sign a couple. So here we're going to bring on somebody else. We got another person just joined Dada. He's the last one. We got some more people that'll come in. Come on in. So Rob 813, you about to be up next, man.
Hey, what's up, Bucko's Locker?
What's going on, Rob 813? Appreciate you joining Bucko's Locker live via webcam. Talking about the Rob Gronkowski situation. So with that being said, I'm going to step back and give you the floor, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to say I'm excited, man. I'm stoked. I'm up here in Charlotte, and I've been feeling alone, like going to these Panthers games.
I was supposed to go to one last year.
Now we're gonna beat up on those.
I was supposed to go to the game last year, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that.
So I'll be there this year, though.
Yeah,
I'll be there this year.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, I see you, man. I'll be riding out, definitely.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, I love it. I love the trade. We're gonna command a lot of attention. We're gonna confuse the hell out of everybody. Like they're not gonna know what to do. Because we have a totally different look now. Even with Gronk, I mean, people haven't seen him in a few years, and they don't know what he's gonna do. So it's gonna be exciting, definitely. And I hope we use this time to reload for the years to come. We got all this, momentum. So like, let's get some young guys in to learn from these studs, and we should be good, man. We should. I'm excited.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on the reload situation. I know it's a short-term deal with Tom Brady. They're all in this year. I think this is the chips are on the table all this year. So, but we definitely, to keep a franchise or organization at the top or even at the mid-level, you have to be able to create a factory, a farm system. Like you have to be able to just plug and play people at every draft. You should be able to just basically just kind of continue on and ascend, like not fall to the bottom. So the risk that the Bucks are taking, it's a high risk. A 2-year deal with Tom Brady and, a 1-year deal basically left with Rob Gronkowski, because they're not going to be able to pay everybody, because you still got to extend Chris Godwin. You got Ali Marpet, you got Ryan Jensen contracts, you got all these contracts. Yeah. And the way it's been set up is it's pretty much really a 1-year run. I don't know about the second year because the contracts. So I tell people all the time, this is a 1-year run. It's not 2 years. This is a 1-year run with this current setup. So we're going to see, man. We're definitely going to see how this turns out.
Yeah, it got to work. And the only other thing I'm nervous about is with all that talent, can we get it to jail? And that's the other thing. But when you have the pieces, that's one hump that you jumped over. So we have the pieces. So hopefully we have the staff that can get everybody together, and we should be unstoppable, man.
So what do you think?
Definitely.
So let me ask you this last question. Where do you think the Bucks rank in the NFC?
I think we're definitely top 5. I definitely think we're top 5. As long as like I'm a ride or die Jameis fan. As long as Tom doesn't start showing what, as long as Tom doesn't start doing that, I mean, we should be good. But I think we're top 5 either way. I mean,
okay. I can agree with that.
Good.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, Rob 813, I appreciate your insight on the whole team itself in the future. You brought up a good point. So you made some good points about the future. We need to rotate people in every year now. Build on this. Keep this keep this momentum for years to come, and let's not fall back down to
Going, man.
bottom seller.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see Rob 813. I appreciate you joining Buckles Locker via webcam, sharing your insight on the Bucks, current and future. That's a good one. So with that being said, Rob 813, salute to you. Keep supporting the channel, man, and stay sanitized.
Absolutely.
Peace. And we got another one coming in. We're getting to you, Brent. I see you, Brent. We're getting to you. We got Fatal coming in. Whoa.
What up, Buckles Locker Nation?
Whoa, Fatal, what's going on, man? You ready to play football, man? You got where your pads at, man? Where your pads at,
Isaiah, you don't know how much this means to me that Gronk is gonna be playing for the Bucks. My favorite player of all time, literally going on the Bucks. And I think he's just gonna bring a lot of versatility to the offense. We got Brady, Mike Evans, OJ Howard, Cameron Brate. Like, what are the defenses gonna do?
They don't know what to do. They're not going to be able to defend all that. It's too much.
That's what I'm saying. And then we got that defense, that young defense coming up, and that veteran Ndamukong Suh coming up, and we coming up now. You see that? We got, I don't think a Super Bowl team, but maybe a good playoff team coming up. And I just can't wait for the season,
Oh, I mean, the season's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a lot of attention on us. We haven't had this attention since John Gruden. So it's been a long time since the Bucks have felt this type of heat, because there's pressure on this organization now. That the fact that the moves that we made with these older players now, it's expected to win Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust for me.
Yeah, because that's what the mentality they were giving to the fans when they got Tom Brady, and they got the uniform change now, so they really just put what's it called, putting all the pressure on them, which I see what you're saying. So yeah, I agree with that. I'm not gonna make this too long, man, but I appreciate you on the letting me on the show. And I appreciate I've been watching your channel since 2015-16. I appreciate everything.
Original bandit.
Yeah.
Okay, salute, man.
Right.
Salute. Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you.
Salute to Fatal, man. Been with me for some years, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And you in Arizona? You in Arizona?
Yeah, I'm from Arizona, bro.
Oh, salute to you, man. Salute to you out there, Arizona. Stay safe, man.
All right, you too.
All right. So, Brent, you're up next, man. We're getting down there. We're getting down. Brent, what up, man? I know you've been waiting. Man? I seen you pop in. I was like, oh, he waiting. He gonna wait. You've been waiting. So I'm gonna give you the floor, man. Go ahead. I know you got some stuff to say. Go ahead.
Well, the only thing I have to say is this, man. When are we going to develop our own players? Now, I'm happy for Brady and Gronk and all that. That's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like what old boy was saying, he was saying about he was a Winston fan and whatever. I think we should have kept Jameis too. But I'm a Bucks fan, man. I've been a Bucks fan ever since the Oilers left. I'm born and raised in Houston. I'm from H-Town.
I can hear it in your voice. I can hear somewhere in Texas. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, it's somewhere in Texas. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, you see Texas guy. I can hear it.
Nah, but bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like your channel though. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
But again, we have to start developing our own players. That's everybody happy now. And man, like I say, I'm cool with it too. But it's a lot of people, they get mad at me a whole lot because they think that you just a Jameis Winston fan. And for me, it's not about being a Jameis fan.
It's never about
It's about, man, when are we going to develop a quarterback? It's since 1976, every quarterback can't be a bad quarterback when they come to Tampa. That's my whole point, man. And it's like, dude, and again, defense win championships. Now, it's good that far as in we got Gronk and Brady, and I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? But, man, look, Brady 43 years old. And I'm kind of looking at that too. But if we can't stop nobody, it doesn't matter who we have. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who playing quarterback. You could get Bo Jackson. You could get whoever. But if you can't stop nobody, this don't mean anything. But I hope we win. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be rooting for us. But once again, man, I just wanted to develop our own players. I don't want to get everybody leftovers.
And
that's it, bro.
I totally agree with you, Brent. And I'm gonna piggyback on you a little bit. And I always tell people this. People get caught up with the anti-Winston, pro-Winston debates and all that. I'm like, and when every time I speak on the other parts of the team, they get a little upset. And I'm like, I'm just trying to give y'all a bigger picture. And going back to what you're saying, we've had trouble developing quarterbacks getting to the second contract. And this is a history of this. Doug Williams, Steve Young, Jameis Winston, and Brent Dilfer, like every quarterback that's touched down on the Bucks and they leave, they become successful pretty much, right? Outside of Chris Sims and Sean King, you know what I'm saying, and Josh McCown. But this is a problem with the Bucks. We just can't develop players. We can't keep our own. We always got to pluck somebody from somewhere else to be like, help us out.
Right.
Like, and it comes back down to player personnel development. Like that staff has been really lackluster over the years, not been able to develop an O-line, a running game, quarterback. We've always had some receivers with V-Jack and Mike Williams. We've had receivers. It just, we just can't develop quarterbacks. We can't develop like a team. Like we got the worst winning percentage in the NFL history. And like you said, people do get mad because they get too emotional because they caught up and they are so busy tunnel vision and they so busy trying to prove their point.
That national media, man.
Yeah, it's the media pushes a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to get in huge debates about, and the hot topic was Jameis Winston, and it still is,
Right.
And I see a lot of frustration with Jameis. I see a lot of support for Jameis in the Bucks community. And it's just one of those dynamics where Jason Light, with OJ Howard now and Jameis Winston and Vernon Hargraves, these are first round picks.
Right.
He basically, I screwed up.
Yeah, a whole 2016 draft class. That's the thing. So what you expect for any quarterback to do, as far as that's for any player. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, and man, let me say this, I'm gonna let you go. And this was like my whole argument. It's like with Carson Wentz, when that dude struggle, it's always get him a running game. This here not working, this here not working, that not working. But for some reason, when it's Jameis Winston, having nobody in the national media have ever said that this dude, he need a running game, he need this. But now since we got Brady, now I'm hearing running game and I'm hearing change the playbook. I'm hearing all of that. But like I say, I hope it work, man. I really do. I'm going to be rooting for it because like I say, I used to be an Oilers fan. And when my Oilers left field, I was hurt. And I ain't going to lie, I was hurt. I hate the Texans. I'm being honest. I hate that team now. But I became a Buck fan way back then, though. And that's because, like I say, you know what I'm saying? And then plus, man, I'm a Gator fan, too. I always loved the Florida Gators. I always loved the Gators. I ain't going to lie. So, with that being said, man, like I say, man, I hope it work, man. I really do hope it work. But it just, man, I just wanted to develop our own team. I'm happy with all this, but I want our own players, our own team, because Tom Brady and Gronk, those are Patriots.
They are.
You know what I mean?
They're Patriots. They're Patriots.
And bring that run game back and let's get a dominant defense.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate the passionate insight of how you feel about the Bucks, present and future and past. So I talk about it all the time, man, and I try to dive into that stuff. So, I appreciate you giving me the insight and how you feel about the situation. And we're gonna see, man. So
yeah, but keep dropping them videos too, man. I be listening to you, man. I'm a truck driver, bro. So you know what I'm saying. So I listen to everybody. And Tampa too. I want to talk to him too. I would like to get at him too.
I'll let him know, man. Salute to you, Brent. Stay safe on those roads, man. We're driving those trucks, man. Get home to your family, man. Stay sanitized. Stay, cleansed. Make it home safe, man.
Oh yeah, man. Peace out, bro.
No problem, man. And we got another one. We got one more. Dada. What the deal? What the deal?
What's good? What's good?
Hey man, everybody got they insight and how they feel about this Gronkowski situation, man. So I'm gonna give you the floor, man. I am listening. How do you feel about this Gronkowski situation?
All right, check it. Matter of fact, I've been listening to your channel since I moved up to Atlanta. Probably when Shiano was in Was in
Oh,
office.
okay. That was
I've been
channel
listening.
got there in
I was
2000. I started this channel in 16.
Was it 16?
Yeah.
Was it Shiano? Well, anyways, when you had that walking the plank stuff,
Oh, that was
that's
Lovey
when I
Smith.
started
I
listening
started
to
that,
Lovey
right,
Smith.
Lovey Smith. That was right after
Okay,
Shiano.
okay.
Right after Shiano.
After Shiano, yeah, I remember the walking the plank. All
I'm
right,
gonna
check
bring
it.
that back. I'm gonna bring that back.
Let's get one thing straight. These Bucks ain't playing.
Mm.
These Bucks is not playing. What New Jersey twerk say? He say these Bucks are strapped in.
You know about the URL. Shouts out to Smack URL. Oh, Dada, we lost you, buddy. You got to come back in, man. If those of you that want to join the via webcam, I post a link in the chat room. So if you want to join, I keep posting the link.
Yeah, my bad.
Are you good, man? Go ahead, man. I think
They just
on the URL route.
I just hope they don't trade OJ because like AB BA said like last year when he got there, he was like, Cameron Brady, when he on the field, that they're not likely gonna run the ball. So with OJ and Gronk on the field, those are two tight ends that can catch and block.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope that they keep him. Cameron Brate, you can always find a Cameron Brate. The dude last year who was lighting up in the preseason, Griffin, Tanner Hudson, he could do the same thing that Cameron Brate can do. I mean, even though he took a pay cut, he probably get like $4 million, went from $6 million to $4 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm really digging what they're doing. I mean, me and my wife argue back and forth because she's a Dolphins fan. So, I gotta hear every Sunday. I'm watching, I watch every game. I tape every game. She go in the bathroom, she come out. He threw another pick. James threw another pick. He's trash. He's garbage. I felt bad that, we didn't re-sign him and stuff because it's like he was the number one pick. So as a Bucks fan, you always want what's best for the team. But like the other dude who was just on saying like, yo, we need to develop our own players and stuff. And it sucks that we drafting dudes a number one overall pick and he's done after his 5th-year option. But I'm not mad though. 30 interceptions and there's so many games that we were in and he spotted teams 14 points. And then we lose by 7 against the Texans, the Saints, the Falcons. There's so much games. So it's like, I mean, Brady's 43, but
yeah.
Anyways, I like your channel, man. Keep doing your thing.
So you in the ATL?
I'm in Atlanta.
Okay. I'm gonna come to the ATL this year for the Atlanta game. That's gonna be a kind of a lit game because Atlanta got like 11 first-round picks on their team. So we're gonna see how that works out. But I'll definitely be at the Atlanta game this year. I'll reach out to you, man. So yeah, stay tuned, man. But to going back to what you're saying, man. As far as the team, man, the Bucks, man, I agree. I agree. Like what Brent said, it's good to develop your own players. And I understood why they moved on.
My wife's a Dolphins fan. She hates James.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing, wife?
No. Hate is such a strong word.
She hates James.
I like Jameis as a person.
Every game, she says their man is trash. Every game.
Can't throw that many interceptions and expect to win games.
So you think James Winston's trash, right? So you think because of the interceptions he's trash? Okay, I can understand that. I can understand why you feel like that because interception after interception, you can't do that. You just can't do it. You cannot.
And year after year, season after season, it's no bueno.
Well, now wait a minute. Now I can say something about that part. Now season after season. Now this season, last season was an anomaly. He didn't throw over 20 interceptions until this year. So the first year in that system, it's a history that shows that in the system that he played in last year is high turnover rate. So there is numbers that back the situation up as far as his turnovers, but 30 is too high. That is way too high. 20, 22, I've seen 24 interceptions. I've seen 26. I've seen 28. But 30, yikes. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, all of them wasn't on him. We've seen the video. It was about maybe 12 to 15 wasn't on Jameis, but, they always say, hey, it's on you. You're the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put the 30 interceptions on James. And I understand why they moved on from him. I really do. I like James. But I understand why they moved on from him and got Tom Brady. Now, if he would have came back, he probably would have ascended and got better. The history shows that, you know, in that offense in the second year, he would have got better. That 30 interceptions wasn't going to happen again. That just kind of history shows that. That was just it was an outlier. We've seen these outliers in NFL. Like, we seen Peyton Manning throw 28, 29 interceptions. He stayed around. He ascended. He threw way more interceptions than Jameis Winston, and he ascended in his 6th year. The turnovers went down, so the trend was kind of going up for Jameis in the second year. But unfortunately, they say, look, we got to get some seats in that butt. We got to get some butts in some seats. We got to sell some tickets, some concession stands, and we got to have some hope for his fan base. And they moved on from him. It sucks, but you know, I understand people want Jameis, and we want to keep our players, but you got to understand the business. It's the nature of the business. You know, if you don't produce 5 years, you got to make money. You know, and they weren't making money with Jameis playing, and the fan base pretty much kind of like a lot of them kind of turned back on it. I was at a few games and it was empty. I was there, you know, and it was like they are not really feeling him. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't want to wait. So
Been empty.
Yeah.
We ain't made it. We ain't made a playoff since Michael Pittman spit in Sean Taylor's face. 07. I was in Miami. I remember that game.
John Gruden year. I think that was his last year.
It was the year before. I think we had Chris Sims.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because the year after we was 9-4.
That's not 9-4, and we lost 3 straight games, and they fired him.
We lost. Yup, and they fired him.
Yeah,
that's that year that. Yeah, that was the last time we made the playoffs. I remember Michael Pittman spinning Sean Taylor's face. I was in Miami that year. I was at FIU, and I think like the year after Sean Taylor died, and his funeral was at my school, and like all of Miami was sad. Yeah, we from Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale.
That was the last time we made it. Yeah, Lauderdale in the building. But that was the last time we made the playoffs, bro. It's been, I think that was 2007 since we made the playoffs, bro.
That was the last time.
I don't even care. I don't even care about Super Bowl, all that stuff. I just want to be consistent competitors in the damn.
And I hope this move puts the Bucks trending moving forward, going up. And I hope that they can continue this momentum in 2021, 22, 23, 24, and not fall back down to the bottom. So we're going to see, man. We're going to see, Dada. I appreciate you joining me, man. Via webcam.
Appreciate you, man.
Tell your wife, man, look, we go okay now.
Yeah, y'all gonna be all right.
We okay now. We okay.
You gonna argue in the season?
She won't be coming from the back talking about another one.
Oh, all season.
Yeah. So
she'll go to the bathroom, she'll take a shower, and she'll look at the TV and then shake her head. Another one. She'll like, I just went to the bathroom for 5 minutes. He threw 3 picks.
Yikes. Well, I mean, you know, DJ's on. We'll see. But Jameis will fall on his feet. He'll come back. He'll come back stronger. He'll be okay. He's too talented. He's too talented to not be in the league. I can't name 32 backup quarterbacks better than him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what anybody say.
I could tolerate his picks, but it's different when it costs you games.
Right.
I think that's what it is.
Right.
Brett Favre threw picks.
Oh yeah, he threw tons of them. Yeah. Eli Manning, Brent Favre, you know, Peyton Manning did it. I mean, a lot of people done it, you know, but it got a lot of heat on him, man. It's been a lot of heat on him since FSU. It's been a lot of heat on him. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what Bucks do with the Gronkowski situation. We're gonna find out. Jameis Winston after the draft, he'll probably sign as a backup in a good situation for he can thrive and develop. He's only 26. He got time. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, man. Appreciate the channel, man. They need to keep the juice, man. Keep OJ. We'll be all right.
All right, man. Stay safe and stay sanitized. Keep your family safe too, man.
You too, man. Take it easy.
No problem. We got another one. Annie Weezy.
What's going on, Isaiah? What's happening, man?
Man, you know what, man? I know I went a little overboard with Dada. He been around for a little minute, so he's been around for a minute. So I mean to hold up like that. We got SK Simmons and Andrew right behind you, so we still moving forward, man. Now let's get down to Gronkowski situation. Let's get it back to the
I love
Gronkowski.
the Gronk move. I think it's going to help out a lot. And if anything, the most thing I think this can do, I can think this is going to help OJ Howard develop more. I think we should keep him because just the knowledge that Gronk has, how to get in and out of routes, where to be at, on what Brady like, how Brady like you in this route, how you like in the end zone, like that combination. I never thought he got with Jameis because he was always trying to feed Godwin, feed Evans, and we throwing the Brady in the end zone. Like we didn't even look for OJ when we got to the end zone most times. So I think this is going to help him a lot. Just the knowledge, because you can't be around greats and not get that knowledge. You're going to soak it all up. And then LJ Howard looked as great as he did when he was at Alabama. Why? Because he was surrounded by other great players. And he came here. We don't know that kid. We know that Cam Brate can catch, but what else can he do? Like, what is Cam Brate's biggest trait other than catching? Sometimes, because he ain't great. You know, when he get hit, he ain't great. But I can feel how Dada was talking about before with that, because my wife is an Eagles fan. I live in a house, and I'm in Orlando, Florida, and I'm surrounded by Eagles. So she felt me when I was talking about. I thought what he was talking about with that Wentz thing, because every time Wentz was something, we need to get him a run game and do all this, but we never heard that in Tampa, because everything that went wrong while Jameis was there was always his fault. We didn't put no pressure on the defense. Well, sometimes, but for the most part anyway. But I just think this is going to help. Another thing I think this is going to help us at this biggest move, I think it's going to help the linebacking core on our team, because now they're going to be going up against tight ends that we ain't never had to face. You know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes, like with the guy just went to the 49ers. He was so bad in coverage because we never faced big tight ends. We have big receivers in the NFC. But when we faced Atlanta, Atlanta always seemed to shut us down because they had a good young linebacking core. That's what Atlanta did. So, and the Saints is just going to be a shootout game. We already know that. Like the Saints ain't super great on defense, yet Cameron Jordan, who I hate the most on the Saints, always find a way in the backfield. And that little celebration he do, I can't stand it. Yes, I can't stand it. So I'm looking forward to that mostly.
I mean, to piggyback on what you're saying, with the Gronkowski situation and OJ Howard, the chances of him getting traded is very high. If they were to keep him, I mean, his salary is low, so they can keep OJ Howard if they wanted to, but they lost a 4th round pick, so I'm pretty sure they're probably looking to recoup that back with a 2nd rounder or maybe 3rd. So.
I got one last question for you. If we trade OJ on Thursday night, which I think we're gonna do, what's the lowest would you think we should accept for him? Lowest trade value?
No, so your high with OJ Howard will be a 2nd round. The low will be a 3rd round. Anything lower than that, you keep him. Don't take a 4th rounder. Don't take a 4th rounder for OJ, or no 5th or 6th or 7th rounder. You take a 2nd and maybe a 3rd and a player. You know what I'm saying? Because he has talent. So you have to give us something in return.
Off the top of your head, if say we get a 2nd round pick for him, we get Andrew Thomas or whatever lineman in the 1st. Then we come back lucky enough to get Swift or the other running back. I can't Dobbins or one of them. One of the top 3 running backs. We get him luckily in the 2nd. With our 2nd round, second pick, where should we go with that 2nd pick? I say we go back to the offensive line.
That will be a hellified draft. If they first 3 picks is Andrew Thomas, J.K. Dobbs, or Swift, and another lineman, maybe the one from Boise State or the guard from Michigan, a Wisconsin center, like that will be.
Should we go tackle or should we go guard? What do you say? Should we go tackle or guard?
Guard. You go guard. You go
guard. Someone to potentially push Kappa or take Kappa.
You gotta push Kappa, man. Remember now, Kappa was D3. So his competition, it always comes down to competition. Sometimes your competition kind of stuns you, as far as development, because when you get to the NFL, you're playing against the best of the best. So that's why Kappa is taking a little minute to develop, because this level of competition at Hobart College, not Hobart, but I forgot what college he went to. It's not the talent that he's facing in the NFL. That's why he's taking a long time to develop. So if you bring in,
I just don't give up on him too soon, because I think I can see he looks like he has the drive to want to do it. He just needs to learn the technique. He needs to create this technique a little better.
even if you don't bring in a guard, even if they go back and reach for a tackle, right? Not reach, but go grab another tackle. Remember, Donovan Smith's contract is up after the season. He has no more guarantee money. They can literally walk away from Donovan Smith. You know what I'm saying? So people like keep that in mind. If you was to get a second round pick, your second round pick, it wouldn't hurt to draft a tackle, but it's not a position of need if you draft Andrew Thomas. So what you probably do is you got the lineman, O-lineman, you got the running back, and you'll probably take that second round pick and maybe go grab a D lineman, a D tackle.
DN or D tackle? I think we need D tackle so for behind Vita.
Yeah, you need D tackle.
Behind Vita. Because I know they're gonna sign all these undrafted players, and I hope that don't happen. But
well,
I know you got other guys waiting. I'm still in the chat. I've been here. I've been here back in off the plate days too. I'm an original. I've been back here. I just got you a message a couple weeks ago, when I asked you about it. Did you like it?
I've seen.
But
Andy Weezy.
I don't know if you know or not, but last night there's another thing that they do on Bucks called Bucks Report. Last night with Peter H. Blake is on Facebook on the Bucks Report. They did a mock draft last night, and everybody, all the 4 tackles was gone, and they had him take the Kinlaw out of South Carolina at 14. What do you think about that? If all the top 4 tackles are gone, and we take Kinlaw to be a rotational piece with Vita. But I mean, this is where Gronk changes everything now. But that was before all this. But what do you think about that? Then I'll let you
go. If all 4 tackles are gone in this scenario, you take Kinlaw, but you don't take him to be a rotational piece. You take him to be a piece where he's an impact player. Because remember, you're trying to win now, so you need somebody to have a major impact at 14. Now, if you feel like you can still grab Kinlaw and trade down and add more picks. Remember,
so this is back to 17 and still get Kinlaw and pick up the pick.
You can still work that. Now, if you got to take Kinlaw, you take Kinlaw. I'm cool with that because remember, Ndamukong Suh is 33 years old. He is on a 1-year, $8 million deal. So we need somebody after Ndamukong Suh leaves.
That's what I'm saying. But Kinlaw, Suh, do you see Suh as a DN or you see him as a D tackle? Like, how do we really use him?
You got to remember, Suh is a 3-4 defense, a 3-4 hybrid defense. So Suh can play up and down the line. So he can play either one. Yeah, he can play the 0.
Is Kinlaw mainly just a D tackle?
Kinlaw can do that. I watched him at SEC. Yeah, at South Carolina.
I'm a Florida Gators fan. I saw what we did last year in the rain. He was driving crazy back there.
He can line.
I saw how he did when we came back and won that game at the end. But Kinlaw was destroying our offensive line the first half of that game. I saw it, so I know he's very capable. So I wouldn't be upset because I know we need I know, like you said in yesterday's video, you got to build the trenches. So I understand all that. So I like the move. All I can say is go Bucks. I'm looking forward to it. And I know you say you're gonna come down to Tampa, make a couple games, but if you're gonna make any, you got to come for the Green Bay or Patrick Mahomes because we know that's what we're doing. I'm trying to beat it. You know, I'm in there. One of the two, if not both, but.
I'm going to both.
Okay. We going to both. Yeah, we in both. You persuaded me. But anyway, go ahead. I'm gonna be in the chat, and if you want to hit a Bucko Locker thing, it'll be on Facebook tonight at 9:00. He started about 9:00 every week, Monday through Friday. It's lit. Last night they had about 300 people in there. We usually only get like 50. So this move right here is gonna bring some more people to the chat tonight. 9:00 on Bucko's Locker will be there. And Bucks Report for everybody in here because I know we all Bucks fan one way or another. So go Bucks, and I'll let y'all get back to it.
Appreciate it, Andy Weezy. Stay safe, man. Andy Weezy, one of the originals. Before I get to Andrew, SK Simmons, Alvin Buck, I see you, man. I see 1, 2, 3. I will get to you in a second. Let me say this real quick. Andy Weezy has been around for a minute too. Another one of the original Bucko's Locker Bandits. So shout out to Andy Weezy. I like to see that. I like to see people that's coming on this webcam and that's been with me for a long time since the beginning. I like to give them a special segment and let them go a little bit longer because they've been around for a minute, and they just been supporting the channel. So I'm going to bring in Andrew.
What's up?
Oh, I'm delayed. So Andrew, the floor is yours.
So what's going on? By the way, I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm pretty alone up here. But I just want to say I appreciate your podcast and everything like that, your channel, because I've been following for the last 2 years. I haven't been really much of a YouTube follower, I should say. I mean, I started jumping on it, so I've been learning more about it, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But I listened to some of these conversations, and one thing did bother me a little bit, but someone said something about basically these are Patriot players we get. Well, if you really think about it, once you're a Buck, you're always a Buck. That's something that Big Nasty always said, you know. So it's one of those things where I feel Brady and Gronk at this point should be a Buccaneer legacy forever, even though we all know what they did. You know what I'm saying? In the Patriots, but they're with us, you know.
Okay. When I look at Gronk and Brady, I'm always looking at the Patriots. Their stop here in Tampa, well, not here in Tampa, but in Tampa. It's to bring a winning attitude. When we
for sure.
You know, and I'm highly grateful for Hall of Famers, choosing the Bucks. I mean, some people don't agree with it. Love it, you know. Some people in the middle, mixed feelings. But I can understand. Why Brady came here. I can understand why Gronk came here. Man of the trade. So as far as them in the Bucks legacy, they will be a part of the Bucks legacy if they produce. If they don't produce, they'll be like, well, they had a Bucks jersey.
Well, yeah, so of course. If we get to this, I mean, if we somehow did make it to the Super Bowl, I mean, they're concrete. Then it's kind of like
concrete.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I get it though. If we don't do anything or bust, you know, it's like, well, shit. There's another Bucks thing we did. You know, it's because I've been a Bucks fan since '96. You know, I grew up in Illinois, Wisconsin now, but I've been following them forever. But unfortunately, you like me, you understand. There's a lot of hardship we've dealt with. So all I gotta say is about damn time. That's all I had to say about this. With a quarterback wise, like good God, how many years did it take to get a quarterback for once? These Packer fans up here have been spoiled brats for 30 years with their three quarterbacks.
Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
So saying like we never had one. So it's just one of those deals. But also with the whole draft, I'm not gonna lie, I would not be happy if we got Kinlaw. I mean, as much as you would get in the trenches be good, we have to get an offensive tackle, in my opinion. I just don't feel this whole safety thing with Donovan Smith. I'm not a huge fan. If Donovan Smith was to go on the right side, and we got Mekhi Becton, which is my favorite choice of all of them, if you would get both those guys and was able to talk him go to the right side, I think we'll be more than fine. I'd be much more comfortable with Brady back there with them switching. But I just don't know if Donovan Smith would be willing to do that, but that's up to coach too, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us agree with the Donovan Smith to the right side.
He's just too big. I just don't think he's fast enough. I mean, if we're on the right side, I think he's better. Yeah, but I get it. If they go against Khalil Mack, I mean, that's not good either. But you know what I'm saying? But I just think he'd be better there. And like I said, if you put Mekhi Becton anywhere, he's going to destroy you. I don't care who you are. That boy's a beast.
Yeah,
and I think we should. I know that everyone hates this, and I'm one of the only people that like it. I'd be willing to trade up to in the 10th pick for the Cleveland for him. I would. I'm one of those guys. I just think it's gonna be worth protecting for the next 2 years for sure. You know, it's gonna be longer than that, obviously, but I just think it'll be worthwhile at the end of the day.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you don't get in front of Cleveland, remember a lot of have 4 tackles on 414. So if you want one of those guys,
I know. It's so costly. I know. I get it. Like I said, especially with Gronk now, it changes everything. But if you put Donovan Smith over there with Gronk on the right side, you're going to block anybody over there. Gronk's kind of like a blocking machine too. So it's one of those things where he's kind of changes that whole deal on offensive line too, if you really think about it that way.
Yeah.
Even slot receiver. That's not a bitch was going on slot receiver too.
This Gronkowski move has changed a couple things. We can recoup a pick with OJ Howard, draft something else, maybe D tackle, DN, slot receiver. We can safety. We can recoup a second for OJ Howard. You know, we'll see.
I said, the salary bothers me now too, unfortunately, with Gronk, because we had to get rid of somebody now almost.
Oh yeah.
If I remember correctly, I think we're almost over the cap now.
Well, it was $22
So
million. It was $22 million that was left. You got $7 million for the draft class, $7 to $8 million, and you just traded for Gronk for $10 million.
for Gronk, yeah,
So now you're probably under $5 million now. So
it's gonna be tight. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but if they can keep OJ, I would be more than happy to keep OJ. But I don't want to get a break either, though. I mean, that's one thing I'd hate to see one of them go. But I don't know. You have to keep the younger option, though. You have to, especially a first-round pick. It's kind of one of those deals, but unfortunately, no, it's inevitable, I think. I think everyone knows that, too. But that's wishful thinking. Can you imagine this? Let's think about this. Brady, Chris, Godwin, OJ, Gronk. That's just stupid good. And then Rojo, if he can handle whatever he needs to do. But I think if we get JT in Wisconsin, he's going to be the new starting running back. But we'll see.
Ooh, that's a nasty offense.
I know if you really think about it, it's just we've never seen that before in our lifetime. Never. So I'm excited about that for sure.
I mean, we'll see. It's going to be an intriguing season, like no other in Tampa Bay history. Hyped up since the John Gruden signing. So
that's a whole other ball game for me. I was never a fan of Gruden. That's just me, though. I don't know. I think he was too worried about making an offensive team like we have now. Problem is, he was 20 years too late. So I don't know. I said
that is true.
I get what Gruden did, but I said it's one of those things where he was a one-year wonder. I hope it's the case this time.
I mean, we'll see. This is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. But I appreciate you, Andrew, coming by and giving the insight on the shouts out to you, all the way in Wisconsin. Cheesehead land.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to wrap up here. Trust me.
But shouts out to Andrew, man. Stay safe, stay sanitized, man. Salute to you.
Same to you, man.
No problem. All right. Folks, that was not me echoing. Okay, Alvin, I'm getting to you in a second. SK Simmons, I see you. That was not me. He had his headphones on in his phone. So usually when you have headphones on and the mic start catching feedback. So my feedback is good. So when you wear headphones, that's what happens. So Alvin,
what's up, man?
What the deal? Alvin Buck Mo Randall, one of the bandits out here, man. And usually when the original bandits come on board, that's been with me for a long time, I tend to just let you talk, man. Just go ahead, man. The floor is yours, man.
Yeah, so we got Gronk, huh? I mean, looks good. At first I was like, man, nah, I don't want to, because I'm down with the whole developing our own players and things like that. So I'm like, I don't know. But now that we got him, it sounds pretty good. I'm like, man, it sounds good that we have Gronk all of a sudden. But that leaves like a chance for us to actually, like, are we going to trade OJ or are we not? I think we're going to trade him during the draft to move up and get one of the tackles, because nothing don't change. We still need a tackle. Nothing don't change. We still need that tackle. So the only team that I see us moving up with is maybe the Chargers, because they don't got Antonio Gates. Antonio Gates retired. So they're looking for the other tight end, that big name tight end, or even the Panthers, because they don't got Greg Olsen no more. So they're also looking for a primary tight end. So they don't have to wait for a rookie to they don't have to develop a rookie when they got OJ right here that was trying to get to you. So we can get them OJ and maybe a later round pick.
Oh,
and move up to get one offensive tackle.
And the Panthers are picking number 7.
Yep.
So that will be a great position to get in to get one of those guys. Like you've guaranteed to get one of them.
Yep. Exactly. I mean,
I like the way you do business. I like the way you do business.
And I mean, I was also down with moving back. If we weren't able to get one of these guys and we stayed at 14, I was also down to move back, and get more picks. You know what I'm saying? Just to like up our game a little bit and get other areas strong, because we still need a corner and a safety. To come in and play, because you got some playing nickel, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we need don't we still need depth at cornerback, right? Because I mean, MJ Stewart, he's going, right? He's not
No,
here.
MJ Stewart is still there. A lot. The thing about
yeah.
cornerbacks is, and I want everybody to hear this too. The thing about cornerbacks is there has been a lot of draft capital invested in cornerbacks. 9 cornerbacks since 2016. So I don't think the Bucs will draft a cornerback early. It will be a safety before a corner.
Yeah.
So a lot of draft capital in the last 3 years trying to fix the secondary because Jason Light, for some strange reason, can't figure it out. But we got Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Murphy Bunton, MJ Stewart. I'm not a big fan of him, but we can pick up a guy.
So nobody is.
Mr. Trail Technique. But
gotta have speed and trail.
Yeah, we can pick one up in the later rounds. I mean, so I wouldn't be mad at that. But you will put the safety position over the cornerback position as far as the draft, because if we can pick up an extra second round, let's just say we trade back, right? And we don't trade OJ Howard like right away. Like as the draft going, first round, we stay put at 14, right? Let's just scenario based. And let's just say one of the O linemen do fall because of some freaky stuff happened, because 2020 has been crazy already. So let's just say in the hypothetical scenario, hypothetically speaking, we sit at 14, one of the O linemen fall, like Andrew Thomas, because a lot of people been talking about him, and they nitpicking, right? So Andrew Thomas falls at 14, we pick him. We got OJ Howard sitting there. We don't make the trade with the Panthers. We sit at 14, and we trade OJ Howard to come back into the first round.
That'll be great, right there. That'll be great. And I mean, the only 2 teams that we can trade, if we do it like that, the only 2 teams I see us trading with like that with OJ is maybe New England and maybe Green Bay. So because they also need tight end, and Aaron Rodgers like to air the ball out all the time. So why not give him OJ and trade back into the first round?
You have to be able to think, and I personally want to get one of the tackles, even if you have to trade up. If you have to give up OJ Howard and your 14th pick to get up to 7, 8, 9-ish, go ahead and do it. Solidify the trenches, because you got to have that trenches and plus that'll help us in the longevity too, because it's a young stud tackle. He can grow with the Bucs in the future, whoever the future quarterback is. You get what I'm saying? So not only are you doing that for this year, you're doing it for the future as well, because our future in certain positions is looking a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, we got to solidify the future too. I know it's trying to win all now, but you have to make sure the future we're able to maintain this momentum that we got. Because I don't want to after a year or two and we just go right back down to.
That is a bad feeling, man. You get spoiled, and all of a sudden after them 2 years, you go right back down in the slumps, man. So I mean, we need to get some guys that we can develop, man. I'm down with getting a quarterback, the room behind Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved for it to be Jameis Winston, because he's already. I mean, you're gonna go play backup somewhere else. You might as well come back here and play backup and learn what you can behind Tom Brady. I mean, it's a bad feeling, because this was your team, So I know it's a bad feeling, but try to suck up that pride and try to soak up all the knowledge you can behind Tom Brady. And of course, if we get a young stud quarterback in the draft, I mean, I like Jalen Hurts and I like Jacob Eason. I mean, them 2 guys, man. Either one of them guys, man, can do some damage, man. Learning behind Tom Brady.
We'll see what's gonna happen, man. I think in the immediate future, we all in it. We all in the win. The fan base is all in behind the coaching in the front office because of the moves they made. With the Brady 2-year deal and the Gronk 1-year deal, the Sue 1-year deal, the JPP 2-year deal. So this is it. Not to say it like that, but for the immediate future, it's like you got to win now, and there's no waiting. So that's why they're making these moves, and we still got the draft coming up. So, it's going to be intriguing to see all this come together. Remember, Super Bowls are not won in the off season, so.
Yeah. One thing I can't say, I'm not a guy that as soon as we get Tom Brady, I say Super Bowl bust. I mean, I would say playoffs are bust. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been since 2007 since we've been to a playoff. I mean, so I can't say Super Bowl or bust. Now you get us to the playoffs. Now I'm gonna start saying, hey man, get us to the Super Bowl. Now we in the playoffs. It's only one game. We get only one game. Come on now, we got to win the playoffs, man. Now, we got to try to get somewhere. But I can't say Super Bowl or bust just yet. Now we're going to the playoffs. Like if we kept going to the playoffs and we never was getting over that hump, of course you bring Tom Brady in and just to get over that hump to try to get to the Super Bowl.
Well, we'll see. I mean, for me, it's Super Bowl or bust when you make these type of moves.
Come on, Isaiah.
You don't bring one of the goats in. You don't bring one of the goats, goats to be like, oh, let's just get to the playoffs. Tom Brady don't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking like Tom Brady, Super Bowl or bust, because Tom Brady will not be happy with just getting to the playoffs because he's been a part of a winning culture. 9 Super Bowls, 9 times, 9 Super Bowls. Won 6 of them. You think he's gonna be cool with getting to the playoffs? So as a fan base, we have to get we have to get behind the belief that we can get to Super Bowl. So it's Super Bowl or bust. Like anything outside of that is like, all right, we got to the playoffs. That's cool. But you would now Brady 43 going on 44. You know, short term. This is a short term window. I tell anybody this is a 1 or 2 year window. The way the contracts are structured, this is a 1 or 2 year window. Period.
But you also got to remember, this is first year with this team and with these players too. You got to jail with them.
Hey,
you can jail after 1 year. I mean, do your thing. You think you can jail after 1 year, man? I mean, he the GOAT. Like you said, he the GOAT. I believe he can do it. I mean, you got. One thing I did like that he did is, hey, Bruce, let me get all the numbers to the offensive players. Let me get each and everybody's number so I can talk to these guys. So I believe he's going to bring out the best of all our players, even that O-line, Donovan Smith. I mean, yeah, he's going to have to get his ass up and start blocking, man. I mean, Tom Brady going to make sure he get inched off the Bucs team, man. You start blocking, you're going to get inched off this team, man.
We know how Tom Brady get with his emotions, man, and he's not afraid to let you have it.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston didn't do that. Winston was cool. Winston was like, oh, it's all good,
I wish he was like that, man. I mean, you been here for the longest. You got a chance to be like you supposed to be like that.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting in a nutshell to wrap it up. This is gonna be an interesting season with the Gronkowski move and the possible future moves with OJ Howard and the draft class and possible moves after the draft with undrafted free. So the team on paper, it's a playoff team. On paper, it's a Super Bowl like type team on paper. So it comes down to how they gel. How can Brady gel with the receivers? But stay tuned for that, man, because I will be at some of these games live and uncut, doing my thing. So, Alvin, I appreciate you coming on, giving me insight on how you feel about this team, this organization moving forward and in the present.
Sure.
So, are you strapped in for this season?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I just got to get my jersey. I got to purchase my jersey. It will be a Tom Brady and Pewter. It will be a Tom Brady and Pewter. I got to get one.
I ordered my jerseys already. According to the website, September 15th. I paid my $149. Yeah, I paid my $149. So, we'll see. But with that being said, Alvin, I appreciate you coming on via webcam. I like to see my originals come on and talk. Stay safe, man. Keep your family safe. Stay safe. Stay sanitized, man.
Of course.
I want to see you for the 2020 season, man. Strapped in.
Of course. Oh, one more thing. I want to get one thing trending.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I came up with the name with the Suicide Squad, calling our defense the Suicide Squad. I think that's their alter ego. So, I listened to RTP too. But I was talking to him one summer, and I'm like, man, this team is like I want to call this team the Suicide Squad, because ever since McCoy left, he was with the Batman, and Batman was the Justice League. So I'm like, oh, he's going, man, Suicide Squad now, baby. And then with his defense plan, I want to get that thing trending. Yeah, we need a name for this defense.
I can feel that. I can feel with that. We'll see. I'm looking forward to the season, man. So I appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to Alvin, man. Salute to you, man.
Salute, man.
No problem. All right. So we got SK Simmons. Is SK Simmons on? He's been waiting for a minute. I'm gonna move on from SK. Joseph Stokes. We got Joseph Stokes and we got Victor next. So, Joseph, you know what it is, man. You see the trade, man. You see the Gronkowski situation of brewing in Tampa. What you think?
Yeah. I at first when I heard it, I kind of was like, okay, that sound good on paper, but then I was just like, I started thinking of all his injuries. That's the first thing that popped in my head. And two, I said, okay, well, he took a year off, so his body's fully healed, but he's 30. So with him coming back and getting in shape, what are the expectations for him being out of football for a year? And we paying him $10 million, and what's that going to do to our cap? So I'm 50-50. Like, everybody keeps saying, Joseph, why are you not excited about the Bucks going to the Super Bowl and stuff? I'm just not ready to say that yet. Everybody keeps talking about, oh, y'all got Brady and Gronk, but I'm like, okay, everybody keeps pointing out Brady's past accomplishments. Nobody wants to point out what he did last season. Nobody wants to talk about that. I honestly feel like, with a solid team around, I think Brady will be okay. But you have to take into consideration what happened if Father Time hits him in Tampa. Like, I'm not being negative, but what happened we're the team he starts to decline with?
Oh man, that would be a devastating.
That Brady gonna get on to each other about doing their job and stuff. I've never seen Brady in New England. I've never seen Brady get in front of an offensive lineman face and get on to him before. I don't think Brady is that crazy because they can easily be like, hey man, get out my face, or I'll not block for you the whole game. So that's just one thing I've never seen. Some quarterbacks do it, but they think they have second thoughts because notice they hug buddy like the next series on the bench. So
I mean, well,
but I
football.
also think, go ahead.
Football is emotional sport, so the emotions flare up in certain situations. So we've seen Brady show his emotions to the OC, to other players, receivers. So Brady has no problem wearing his emotions on his sleeve and during the game. So, and it's pretty much to kind of like get you fired up, to get you hyped up, to get you to do your job. And Brady gonna bring that type of fire to the Bucks organization, all the way down to the 53rd player. So his presence will demand the best, and people are not going to want to mess up. They want to be in line, So he's gonna bring order with his veteran presence at 42 going on 43 years old. He's been in the league 20 years. I mean, nine Super Bowls, won 6. So he has a little bit of right to kind of like really kind of get in people's face. You know what I'm saying? So but
I don't disagree with you at all.
I mean, I definitely don't want to see the Tom Brady Father Time. That remember, I'm pretty sure you remember this when Father Time hit Peyton Manning in Denver, and I remember the year before he went down bad. It was a good year. He had like 30 some touchdowns. Like maybe I think 10 to 15 interceptions.
Yeah, his first 2 years in Denver. Yeah, his first 2 years in Denver, he was amazing at his age, 38 and 39.
But he wasn't 40. He wasn't 42.
I mean, like I said, 40. Yeah, you're right. Could we expect maybe a Brett Favre 40+ year season, like when he went to Minnesota? But I can't compare it because Brett Favre had an arm. Brady don't.
His arm's still good. I mean, his arm is not like his arm is still good enough. It's not like it used to be. I mean, I know a lot of people like to say, well, New England, and he was in New England. He didn't have nobody to throw to and separation and all that. Remember, he's coming to a team with receivers that did not get a lot of separation on their behalf either. So, I mean, yeah, the talent wise, he's upgraded the talent from New England to Tampa. But remember, Brady could no longer do it by himself, or he could no longer elevate a average receiving core. So he needed to come to a team with a receiving core that's already elite. So the old Brady would have found a way to got that team to the Super Bowl, but this current Brady, he just doesn't have it. So him coming to Tampa, it will actually hide some of his flaws that he's developed over the last couple of years. Like he's going down. He's still good, but it's going to hide the talent level that we have at the receiving core, and adding Gronkowski, it's going to hide some of those deficiencies and those throws that he struggled in New England. he will no longer have to do that in Tampa because the offense will be kind of like a little bit tailored to his skill set. So we'll see.
Right.
So
do you think that his ego or Bruce Arians' ego will collide any, or you think they'll be on the same page the whole year?
All coaches have an ego. We've seen Bruce ego. If you go back to the Colts days as an OC, even with the Browns, the Steelers, he's had an ego. So will we see it this season with Brady? There's a chance. I mean, I can see it happening. That's just Bruce though. His way or the highway. He said it himself. He said he's not going to teach 11. Oh, Joseph gone. I don't know what happened to Joseph. Joseph, you there? Oh, I guess he's gone. SK Simmons, are you there? Oh, there we go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but like I said, we'll see the ego. I mean, Bruce Arians has an ego. And that's all coaches. So we'll see. I mean, it'll show its face. In certain situational football, Bruce Arians will show his ego, his cockiness. He did it last year. So he did it in Arizona. He did it, in Pittsburgh as an OC. That's a part of his nature. So.
Oh, okay. Well, in regards to that, everybody keeps hyping up this offense. Why nobody's talking about the defense? Nobody's pointed that out. I mean, everybody knows Brady's been to the Super Bowl 9 times, but out of those nine Super Bowls, nobody want to talk about those. Were 6 of those 9 Super Bowl teams was top 5, including the number 1 defense, and the other 3 were top 10s. The lowest defense was what, the 2014 defense when they got Seattle.
Yeah, when they got shredded.
Yeah, that was his worst defense. He always had a top 5 defense, but like I said, I think we'll see improvement with that defense this year. But I just got one more question for you. Do you think? I think OJ is pretty much gone. It's not going to surprise me if he's in a package deal for us to maybe possibly move up to the back end of the first round or move up in the second round. I think that's what's going to happen with him. Since you got all these trade rumors about him, it's got to be for a package deal, maybe to come back into the first round and move up in the second. I can't see us moving up from 14 into the top 10 for a right tackle. I just can't see that. I mean, everybody keeps saying getting a left tackle, but I'm like, you can't just bench Donovan Smith with the amount of money you're paying him this year. So I figure just stay at 14 or move back and collect more picks.
I like any idea. It just depends on it all depends on how that top 5 go. That top 5 is tricky. You know what I'm saying? If an O lineman goes in the top 5, then that's when you kind of want to scratch your head, like what the Bucs should do. If an O lineman doesn't go in the top 5, and then you go from picks 6 through 10, you got the Cardinals, you got the Jets, and you got the Browns. They all need tackles. And the most important asset of the team is the quarterback. So with Tom Brady being 43 and not as elusive as Jameis, you definitely want to shore up that right side. I mean, even if you don't get a tackle in the first round, which I hope they do, but if you don't, there's a second tier of tackles that they can pick up in early second round, like a package deal. They come up and get another second round pick, 2 second round picks. You can get the running back and the tackle, or tackle then a running back. So there are some ways they can wiggle this around. But they have to address that position. They have to address the right tackle. They have to. It's like the inevitable. Like they don't have anybody talented enough to actually survive 16 games. So, and we need that. We need to actually invest.
Yeah, you're right. Well, this is my last thing. I'm gonna let you go. Do you have a quarterback prospect in mind you think Tampa would go after? Because I'm thinking if he's there in the second or third round, you got to at least take a look at him. Is Jacob Easton?
No.
Possibly look at
Jacob Eason. Jacob Eason reminds me
from the guy from Oklahoma.
Jacob Eason remind me of a Joe Flacco, Paxton Lynch. Like I just didn't see enough from him That's why he fell out of the first round, because when you start reviewing the tape of Jacob Eason, it's just something's missing with him. A couple things, as I watch tape on him, I'm just not sold on him. He's a project, and I would take Anthony Gordon over and Jacob Eason. I'm not caught up in his big, tall frame and big arm. I don't care about that. It's just he has some off the field stuff, since people like to bring it up on other quarterbacks. And then he's inaccurate, and he went to Washington State. In the big games, he did not perform well in. So there's a lot of things about Jacob Eason that you can like. There's also things that you cannot like. Nah, I'm good on that. That's why his stock has dropped. Because remember, after the season was over, it was Jacob Eason in the first round, and he was up there. And if you look at these mock drafts,
Yeah, he was.
Not one got him in the first round. Not one. Not even the second round.
Yeah.
And I've seen hundreds and hundreds, hundreds of NFL analysts, mock drafts, even top Twitter channels and sports channels. No Jacob Eason in sight. Not even in the second round. Not even some of them, not even the third round. Like some of them got him in the fourth and fifth round. So he is a project. He's a typical, prototypical, and I hate that phrase, that prototypical big 6'5", 230. I don't care about that. He didn't do enough in college for me to be like, go get him in the third round. I would take Anthony Gordon over Jacob Eason. That's just me. I think he's better, for this system. So, but a quarterback should be on the radar somewhere in the late fourth and fifth round. But if they don't get a quarterback this draft, next year they have to get one. So we'll see. It's gonna be a fun draft.
All right, that's a bet, man. Oh yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah. So salute to you, Joseph Stokes. Appreciate your insight on the team, the Gronk trade, the O-line situation, the draft. So Thursday I'll be doing a live stream, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be live and lit. You'll see.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy and be safe, man.
Salute to you,
Enjoy your
Joseph.
podcast, man. Been following you for about 4 years. What is it? 4 years now?
4 years now.
About to get the top Bucks. You like the top. You and what is it? Tampa 2, Mr. Bucks, and what's that other guy name? RTP. I like the top Bucks video. So, but I like to see all of y'all collaborate one day. Just see what happens. I just want to see all of y'all at the same time talk.
You've got a chance to see three of us at one time. Well, actually, no, actually,
yeah.
It was that one. It was
you,
me,
Travis, and RTP.
Yeah, that was the three. So
where is he? Where he's been ghost?
He's got a newborn. He's got a newborn. So he's been focused on the kids. So he's still around.
Oh, okay.
I gotta hold it down though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you've been doing your thing, man. You've been doing your thing.
Yeah.
Appreciate your insight, man. You keep it raw and 100, man. Like you don't. You speak from both angles.
I do. I always do that.
Appreciate that, man.
I try to give people the both angles, the good and the bad. I try not to be too biased. I try to stick in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because people get caught up in stuff like that. So I try to give them, hey, let's look at the bigger picture. Look at this side. Look at that side. And I try not to get caught up in any wars with personal wars and stuff like that. So that's why you never really see me, getting at people hard. And I don't do all that. It's not my style. So we got James. James. I don't know what happened to Joseph, but he just dropped out.
I'm here.
Hold on a second. We got some. Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Hold on a second. James, are you there, James? Who? Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on with James. Hold on a second. James?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. So, welcome to Buckles Like a Webcam, man. You hear a lot of noise in the background.
Yeah, it's my family. I'm trying to get back to the show. I'm trying to get back. My bad, man. I just. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Trying to get to where my darn. I can't. Let me see. This is weird. Cause I'm having problems. I was just on this. like the app,
Yeah.
but I can't see where I can access it again. So
So you clicked on the link? Did you enable your camera?
just go on the camera.
Like when you click on the link, it gives you an option to enable your camera. You have to turn your camera on, like allow your camera to be used by the app.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I'm trying to find. Hold on a second.
You want me to come back to you, man? Give you a couple minutes.
Yeah. Come back to me.
Okay. Sugar Honey Iced Tea Twins is back on, man. What does he want now? What?
Hey.
Sugar Honey Iced Tea, man. Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Hey, I'm here. Trying to start the fire up. It's cold up here in Vermont.
Oh Lord, it's still cold.
It's cold. It's like 20 degrees, snowing.
Jesus.
Look, you're doing good, Buck. Don't be playing politics with these mom. Just speak the truth.
Oh, they know me. They know how I roll. I mean, like, I try to make sure, like, because when I give people a platform to speak their mind, if they want to like come raw, I can come raw back. But if they show respect, I give it to them just regular, like, because I've seen.
I know you do.
I've seen some people come with some extra stuff, and I have no problem giving it to them.
Right.
Everybody's been.
That's what we like, though. We like that extra. We like that extra. Okay.
I mean, everybody that's come on has been clean. Like, there hasn't been anybody like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, and all this, and I'm waiting on that. I'm literally like, I've seen some people come in the chat room and during my other videos and talk crazy. And here I am on the webcam, and they're never here.
Nope, never.
And
I saw JP. JP was in the chat earlier. I was trying to stick up for us. He's a damn Saints fan. That's all right. We can't be a Saints fan.
I mean, I have no. If people have a problem with me, I have no problem putting them on the platform for them to speak their mind to me, and I'll let them speak their mind, get it all out. Because at the end of the day, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let them get it out, and let them, hey, you this and you this and this and that. Get it out, buddy. Get it out. Because I'm gonna come right back at you, but I'm gonna come at you with no hard feelings.
Right. It's all fun.
Yeah.
Football, baby. It's all fun and football.
Oh, definitely.
We all the Super Bowl champs. We all win the Super Bowl in the off season. Every one of us.
You know, one thing I've learned having this YouTube channel over 4 years, 4 years now, is you're going to get people like that. It comes with the territory. You know, even the bigger channels on Twitter and YouTube, they go through this all the time. And I watched those channels for a long time. So if I was to engage and start dealing with those people every single time, then I wouldn't get nothing accomplished on this channel. You know what I'm saying? It just wouldn't work because I'm so busy arguing. It's like, speak your mind, but I see your comments, man. I ignore a lot of that stuff. I'll be like, all right, man, it comes with the territory. And as your channel grows, I mean, I'm approaching 3,000 subs. You know, so
you're doing good. You're doing good. I've been a fan for a long time. I haven't been as most, for like 4 or 5 years. I've been here 3 years, sitting in this damn basement watching you.
Jeez.
Talking about the damn Bucks. It's cold up here. Sit by the fire over here. I gotta stock it though. But I appreciate everything you do, man, and everything you say. You got the Bucks to the heart, and we see it. The Bucks fans see it, dude. You talk about taking the old lineman in the first round. That's a Bucks fan.
Oh yeah, I mean, like some people get a little frustrated with me in my delivery, but I do it in the best interest. I don't try to put certain situations in the corner and be like, oh yeah, and this is what you better like. I'm not a cult. This is not a cult following. I try to talk about the large picture. When I talk about the team, I talk about the GM. I talk about the owners. I talk about the head coaches. I talk about the assistant coach. I talk about everybody. I don't focus on one guy. Like a lot of people would rather me talk about Jameis Winston. They really want me to just go at him, good or bad. Like, they want me to focus on him, and I see a lot of that in the other, Facebook groups. And what I don't do is I don't get too caught up in that, whether it's on the pro side or the anti side, because it's a war.
Right.
It's an all-out war.
No matter what you say, you're gonna piss somebody off. So just be real. Stop. Don't let the politics take over. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Jameis Winston threw a lot of interceptions, but we threw 5,000 yards last year. We were ranked number 3.
Well, that's not the narrative though. The narrative is
It
interceptions.
ain't. It ain't.
It's the interceptions on. It's like every time you hear a lot of people talk, it's only the interceptions, and you can't say anything good about him.
Hey, no matter what you say, I'm a Florida State fan, baby.
I'm a Gator fan. And people don't understand this. I'm a Gator fan, so I don't know why. Like, oh, you James? No, I'm a Gator fan, so I'm not the Jameis Winston. You know, like, oh, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, but I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry for
Jameis Winston. He mean all well, and he's not a bad quarterback. I can be the first to tell you as a Gator fan, a diehard Gator fan. You know, I grew up, born and raised into the Gator, you know, football. My dad was a Gator fan. He put me on, so I've been watching the Gators since I was like 7 years old. And Jameis Winston and Florida State always been the enemy, right? So, but I know talent, and Jameis Winston is very talented, right? And he will land on his feet, you know. And there's 32 teams. There's 64 quarterbacks, 32 starters, 32 backups. You can't tell me out of 64 freaking quarterbacks, you mean to tell me Jameis Winston can't be a top 64 quarterback because 30 interceptions?
He's at least top 10. He's a top 10 quarterback if he can just, I mean, we got the offense. Our line is okay. You know, I mean, I disagree, but agree with you. Our line is not that good, but we give him a lot of time, and he's at least top 10. He's a top 10 quarterback.
He's and I've seen people say he's a bust. He should go to the XFL, CFL, you know, out of the football league. Now, I've looked at a lot of busts in any position. Every position I've looked at, right? Bust, quarterback, running back, tackle, whatever. One thing about quarterback, if a quarterback is a bust, busts don't throw for 19,000 yards in the first 5 seasons. Busts don't throw for 5,000 yards. Busts don't throw for 33 touchdowns. Busts don't throw for 121 touchdowns in the first 5 years, second of all time. Busts don't do that. So when people say, "Oh, he's a bust, he's XFL," that's all emotions. They just don't like it.
It is. It's just they're running a narrative, and that's no matter he can throw no interceptions, and that's what they're gonna see.
Yeah. So like, I don't get caught up in that. So like, I'm able to look at Jameis Winston. I can understand why they moved on from him. I can understand he threw too many interceptions. Even though if you subtract 13, 14 interceptions, that's still too much.
Yep.
But last season it was an anomaly. It was an outlier. You know what I'm saying? Prior to the last season, he averaged 14.5 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this season,
that's college. That's college rating though. You know what I mean? That's what he was doing in college too. So we knew what we got when we fucking drafted him.
Yeah, and in Bruce Arians' system, Bruce Arians' system is a high turnover system. So a lot of people overlooked that. It was like, oh, he shouldn't have thrown that many interceptions. Well, Carson Palmer threw what, 22, 24 interceptions?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Peyton Manning threw what, 29, 28? He threw for over 20. He threw over 20 interceptions twice. Winston only done it once. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we doing here? Like 100 interceptions and he's not a turnover machine, and then 88 interceptions, he's a turnover machine.
When Peyton Manning's throwing his record, you know, interceptions, that says something.
Yeah, I mean, that
says something. It's the offense.
When you compare, like I said, when I go back to this right here, and it's nothing to do, like I tell people, it's nothing to do with pro or anti. Quarterbacks, when you call a quarterback bust, you look at Ryan Leaf, David Carr, Jamarcus Russell. Those are busts. They didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, to call and being that I'm a Gator fan, to call Jameis a bust will be basically just following the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. I'm too real with football. I'm too much of a football fan to call a man a bust when I look at his stats with the interceptions. Pro Bowl, first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards the first 2 years, 121 touchdowns, second all time, number one all time in yards first 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Second all time in yards per game, 274.1 yards per game. If he was to retire right now, that's fifth all time. Busts don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Busts just don't do that. So when people say bust, NFL, baseball, I'll be like, whatever.
Look, I'm not opposed to keeping Jameis. he's not worth the money. I mean, he is. It's like a catch-22. He's worth it, but he ain't worth it.
Right.
But if he could just learn to suck it up, another 1 or 2 year deal, sit on the bench, watch Tom Brady, take the Bucks, and be like Tannehill. Prove it. I mean, he's a good quarterback if he can just stop turning over. So if he would just learn to not take the money, if he can not take the money right now and just sit back, behind Brady.
Well, I think he'll land on his feet. He'll find a job in the NFL after the draft. He could have signed. I think he could have signed already, but I think he's waiting. And so I think he'll sign to a team, and you'll see. When he signs to a team, it's going to be like news across social media. Everybody's going to blow up, because he's a hot topic, low hanging fruit. So it's like, oh, he signed with X, Y, and O, and everybody's going to talk about it. Everybody's going to talk about it.
I wish him the best because I'm a Florida State fan and I watched him for years, and I'm a Bucks fan. So I wish he would sit on the bench and watch Tom Brady and just learn game management, even if it's a dink or dunk, just 5 yards at a time.
Yeah, I wish him the best. I think he'll be okay. He'll rebound. I wish him the best. Just unfortunately, it didn't work out with the Bucks.
It ain't over yet, though. He ain't gone nowhere. So he's still there.
True.
He's still there. So, Bucks, I'm just gonna tell you. I appreciate all the videos. I watch everyone. I try to catch the live, but you be doing it early. Some people got to work. Some of us essential. I'm just playing with you, bro. All right, man. I love you, dude, and I love the video, and I hope your family's safe.
Appreciate the support, man. You stay safe too, man. Sugar, honey, iced tea, twins.
That's right, baby. Hey, I'm gonna hit you up before you know it.
All right, buddy. Yep.
Keep them coming.
Sorry about that. SK Simmons, you've been waiting for.
Man, I've been waiting, man.
I know. I seen you, man. I seen you. Like you was in and out.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You was in and out. So I was like, wait, I just seen him. Like, where is he going? Like,
I was trying to wait, man. I had a few things. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, man. I've been around, man, keeping this channel alive, making videos, man, and giving people a platform to speak their mind and talk, so.
Hey, when the news broke, I was like, let me go to Bucko's locker to see. Let me go to Bucko's locker. Hey, when I saw that live, I said, oh, man, thank God, man. I know he's coming on, man. I don't know. It just gives me it brightens up my day, man, when we talk Buccaneers, man. And I'm out here. I'm actually from Gainesville. Y'all talk about the Gator. I'm actually born and raised in Gainesville, but I live in LA.
Oh, you out there? Yeah.
And man, we look good on paper because everybody's been talking about it. So I'll try to bring it, a little new news to it. We look good on paper, man, and I'm hoping that it pays off. But I've been a Buccaneers fan for so long, since the creamsicle jerseys, and I think a lot of people were so hopeful for the Winston era because we went through those eras where we didn't have any good offense. You remember those years? It was a struggle.
Yeah.
Even up until leading to the Super Bowl year. I mean, before John Gruden came in, I remember just watching, work dink and dunk with the work done. It was bad. It was bad. So this reminds me of when we had Josh Freeman. Remember with the Greg Schiano situation, we were really hopeful. We didn't know what happened. He had a 10-6 season. What happened? And so this reminds me of that time where, it's a changing of the guard. So I'm hopeful. We look good on paper, and this is probably the best team I've seen on paper that we've had. What do you think?
Overall wise, yeah. I would say like from player number 1 down to 53. Even if you look at the Super Bowl year that we won the Super Bowl, there were some holes on that team offensively. But the defense made up for it. One of the all-time great defenses, a top 5 all-time great defense, basically won that Super Bowl.
Yep.
But this team is a little bit more complete.
Yep.
Offensively, of course, we know about the situation with Gronkowski and Evans and Godwin and Brayton and OJ and Ronald Jones, the second round draft pick running back, stuff like that. And then defensively, we've seen the potential the last 6 games of the season. Pass rush, secondary, linebacker. So this team is a little bit more complete than the 2002 team. So,
which is crazy, which is really saying something. But we got so much competition in the NFC that I don't know how it's gonna play out. Because in our division we got us and the Saints. Then in the West you still got the 49ers, you still got Seattle. Arizona's gonna be good this year. A lot of people not talking about Arizona. The Rams, I don't think they're gonna have 2 back-to-back years. It's stacked. It's stacked in the NFC. So yeah, the only thing is anybody talking about the cap space? Like, how much cap space do we have? I know as far as like.
So with the Gronk signing or the trade, that's a $10 million hit. We was at 2022. So you subtract 10 from that, $10 to $12 million, and then you got a $7 million to $8 million draft class. So
okay. And then I'll leave maybe something for a free agent signing. Somebody's getting traded. I feel like somebody's getting traded. That's what everybody's saying. Can we think Brady might get traded? It might keep OJ.
Well, I'll tell you one thing with Jason Light, that what he has done pretty decent, and he's been pretty decent with the cap space and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure his team, his capologist, I forgot his name. They working on a plan to at least have enough money to maybe make one more signing, a veteran maybe. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna do really good in that area. But as far as the draft picks, I don't trust Jason Light. But as far as the cap wise, he's pretty good with that. And his contracts, the way they've been written, it's been saving the Bucs over the years. So it's always an out when he writes a contract for somebody. With Donovan Smith, it was everybody saw the big number, right? $45 million for
right.
And a lot of that up front.
Right.
A lot of that was guaranteed. So in the back end, he ain't guaranteed nothing. So after this year, he has no guarantee money. Just like with Cameron Brate, you know what I'm saying? Cameron Brate was the same way. Ryan Jansen was the same way. So the back end of the contracts are always a way out. And he's done a great job with that.
Yeah, he has. I agree. I actually got a chance to hang out with some of the players, like Sean Murphy Bunton out here in LA. They were in the club. In the nightclub here in LA. So it's pretty cool. I got a chance to meet him, and so I'm really, that makes it even more personal as a Bucs fan. So I went to the LA Rams game last season, and I was like, man, I'm like, oh man, I'm like one of the only Bucs fans in there, and I'm like, man, it's looking up. And then what nobody's really talking about from last season. And I know I don't want to harp on last season. I know it's a new season, but I'm just talking about improvements from last season. Is that the wide receiver, we were on a winning streak when the wide receivers got hurt. Like, nobody's talking about that. And the quarterback got an injured thumb.
Meniscus too.
Even though he threw interceptions, up leading up to those last 2 games, he was winning those. He came back and won those games. He willed us into winning those games. Obviously, it's a team effort. We had to make plays on the defensive side and special teams, but he willed us to win in those games, even though he threw his interceptions. In those last 2 games, I was at the home game in Tampa when they played the Texans. And as a fan, of course, I was pissed off. I was like, damn, man, Winston, we gave you so many chances. But in reality, when you actually do the analysis, which is why I like your channel, because you actually sit back and do the analysis and you leave the emotion out. Mm-hmm. When you're top 2 or 3, top 2 or 3 wide receivers are out. And then you don't have a running game to support you. How can it's already, if everything's already on the quarterback, and all the pressure's already on the quarterback because we know you don't have a run game, then the top 3 receivers go out, or 3 of the 4 receivers go out. How can you blame the quarterback for those losses? I'm sorry.
When I speak on stuff like that, I keep it 100, and if he would have stopped at 7-7 and just sat out the last 2 games, he would have been. He would have been back.
He should have.
His numbers would have been like 4,600 yards, 29 touchdowns, 24 interceptions.
They could have dealt with that. The 30 for 30 is when he thought. Look, when he threw that last.
I said it. I told my brother. I said, bro, if he throw this damn interception, it's gonna be hell to pay. He threw
They
it.
they don't even count the 30. It was actually 33, which is a difference. Is they stop at 30. You know, I've read a lot of media reports. You know, I like to do my homework too when I speak on a lot of things. And you know, I feel good about this season. But again, the competition is stiff. I think we'll make the playoffs. That's my prediction. Super Bowl's iffy. I don't even know if we get to the championship, even though it looks like a stacked team. Just from an analysis standpoint, of course, I want us to win the Super Bowl, but my prediction is, you know, I'll go on a limb and say maybe the NFC Championship, but that's going out on a limb. So we'll see what happens. But on paper we look good, but remember the Browns looked good last year too. So we'll see. I know somebody probably waiting, man. I don't want to hold it up, man. But yeah, this is my first time coming on live.
Welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. So yeah,
I'll
I
be doing
appreciate
more
your
of this.
analysis and everything that you do, man. So
Oh, yeah.
blessings to you, man. Thank you.
Salute to you, SK Simmons, man. I'll be doing this a lot more, so stand by. It's coming. More of these coming in face to face. You know, not face to face, but you know, to give people a platform to speak their mind. You know, and have them let them talk. So
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Bucks.
shouts out to SK Simmons, man.
All right.
Salute. Well, folks, 2 hours and 5 minutes, man. I spent a lot of time. I'm gonna do one. John, I did you already. I got James. Let me do James real quick. James, are you on, James? You're the last one. James? Well, I'm gonna wrap this live stream up, man. I appreciate everybody coming in, coming in, joining me via web, speaking your mind. Appreciate everybody coming by, telling me how you feel about the Gronkowski trade and some of the insight on the team, general manager, coach, O-line, quarterback. So we had a lot of stuff to talk about, and the main topic was Gronkowski. And I know we kind of went away from that a little bit, but Gronkowski's here, folks. Well, we'll be here. And you know, I had a good time. I really had a good time interacting with, you know, the bandits. So stay tuned. I'll be doing more of this. Stay tuned for the live stream for the draft. And I think this is the longest one I've done in a while. So I had fun. I had fun with you guys. I like it. I like the insight. I like when y'all give me feedback. It's all respect, much love. If I don't agree, we agree to disagree. It's nothing but respect. So shouts out to everybody. Everybody in the chat room, keep doing your thing. Stay safe. Make sure that family's good, healthy, sanitized. You know me, with your PPE. Mask up, baby. Mask up. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the videos. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to donate. The donation links are in the description box. Cash App, Buckles Locker, PayPal, Buckles Locker, Venmo, Buckles Locker. Not really, don't care. But if you want to, it's up to you. If you support the channel, whatever. So all my bandits and pirates, keep doing your thing. Keep supporting the channel. So with that being said, it's been a long day, folks. I want you to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, no risk, no Gronk biscuit. Well, we got Gronk, right? We do. Buckles lock out. Peace.